Hello guys, today we're having a longer box office here because there are 14 movies. 14 movies. That is a lot of movies out today. 14 over $1 million. Um, and today we're talking about the box office again. And oh yeah, and here's the funny thing: Warner Brothers is a struggling company because a $4 million aspect. Which now we're gonna be talking about Goldfinch, but here's the thing. But for a struggling studio, Warner Brothers is really they had the number one movie at the box office. It Chapter 2 is a Warner Brothers movie, and of course, if you don't know, Warner Brothers is also coming out with the Joker movie, which is projected to gross $90 million. $90 million. Okay, $90 million. Yeah, Warner Brothers is not a dying company, struggling company. Okay, $90 million for a movie about the Joker. It's Chapter 2. Despite the SJWs trying to make a movie about feminism and politics and white man bad, yeah, it still failed. It's Chapter 2 persevered. It's also almost in the top 10 highest grossing non-Disney movies, and of course Hollywood movies that are not Disney or in the top 10. So the highest grossing movies of the year worldwide. Excluding Disney movies, of course, and Spider-Man: Far From Home, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which means, and of course, if you exclude the one with Earth and Nisa, um, then it and John Wick are in the top 10 highest grossing Hollywood movies that, of course, do not have Disney's logo on it. And that means It's Chapter 2 is in the highest grossing movies of the year, or in the top 20 as well. But of course, Disney's monopoly takes up six of the half of the top highest grossing movies of the year. Disney's monopoly. But if you exclude Disney movies, Alita actually being the top five highest, top six, seven highest grossing movies of the year. And Fast and Furious will be the highest grossing not movie without having to use the advantage of Disney's logo. So that's basically about it. It's doing pretty well for a non-Disney movie. Because Disney basically controls the box office now, which is pretty bad. Um, we all know it's gonna end eventually, but Disney just the government allowed this to happen. And that's the problem. They allowed that to happen. Disney monopoly. Next is Hustlers. This movie grossed $43 million. It's actually good because STX Entertainment is a new company, but it had to be an SAW movie. They made so many movies that nobody wanted to see, and then they make an SAW movie, and now everyone wants to see it. It's also the highest grossing movie of the year. Oh, second highest grossing movie besides The Upside. So it could actually be that it's also the first movie to gross over 40 million opening too. So STX Entertainment doesn't really have much for future releases. There is the Primo movie, which is flopping because nobody's gonna see that, and some other movies that really nobody really cares about. The kind of like how Lionsgate was in the early years. Not many movies that people really care about. And Hustlers is just another example of a movie that the SJWs are popping up, and of course it's doing well because because the SJW is saying, "Oh, greatest movie ever, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, Oscar worthy even." It's an Oscar worthy movie. Even though the ones who said Alita was a terrible movie, okay, they said Alita was an awful movie, and the fact that this made more money than Alita on its first week is just sad. That's just the sad thing. Made more money than freaking Alita on its first week. Next is Angel Has Fallen. Do not know the full numbers for this movie. They don't want to tell you. The budget is only $40 million. The full numbers do not know what they are. Oh, they have them here. Full numbers are NA for some reason. But probably this movie's gonna make back its money. United Kingdom or it probably made back its money with the four numbers, but I'm not gonna add them all here. Because they don't want to put them down. Next is Good Boys. This movie's still doing well. It is nearly 100 million worldwide, which is pretty good for a new comedy that no one has even heard of before. Now it's grossed 91 million. So yes, new movies are still doing well. The Lion King. Why are people still watching this? This is about to outsell The Dark Knight. This is the problem with people today. This is the problem here. It's about to make more money than The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight is gonna be worse than the Lion King remake. Why? It's just why are people still going out to see the Lion King remake? Okay, Disney's too powerful. That's the point here. And now it's about to outsell The Dark Knight. Okay, this is the problem here. Disney's too powerful. Okay, and that's the thing here. This is about to outsell The Dark Knight. This soulless piece of garbage is about to outsell The Dark Knight. It only made it outsold it worldwide, but domestically it's about to beat The Dark Knight. It's just why. Of all movies, why? Next is Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw. There's another franchise. I don't know why people still watch them. It's the same movie every single time. They are action movies, so people just go out to see it. It's still better than the Lion King remake, of course. Still much better than the Lion King remake. But you gotta be serious, you kidding me? This is the fourth highest grossing Fast and Furious movie. It didn't make that much money compared to the seventh and eighth one, which is when this is a spin-off. A spin-off. And I bet the next one's gonna make $1 billion. This is a spin-off. Made almost $750 million. Do not most overrated franchise in all of existence. Overcomer is still this movie is actually doing pretty well. It opened for 8 million. It's just doing really well at the box office actually compared for its opening. 8 million. It's probably past 40 million as well. It's gonna be pretty successful movie. The Goldfinch. No one's watching this. Moving on. This is a movie it's an Oscar bait movie. No one's watching it. It's one of the worst openings of all time. Nobody cares about this movie. I'm not seeing it. No one else is seeing it. Moving on. The Peanut Butter Falcon. This movie is doing pretty well. Made $50 million, and that's basically it. It's doing well at the box office. Do not know its budget. Oh yes, Thor is still continuing not to do well. No one's watching a movie about Dora the Explorer. Not surprised here. No one's watching a movie about Dora the Explorer. It's a success. Not surprising here. But now they come up with the worst ideas for movies and no one watches them. I know the Emoji movie did well, but were they really expecting the Dora the Explorer movie to do well at the box office? Were they really expecting it to go like $400 million because it's a kids movie? Because it's based off a kids movie? Because they said, oh, okay, let kids watch it. And, kids, scary stories tell in the dark. This movie's actually still doing well. Let's go. One of Lionsgate's better doing movies of the year. Lionsgate is used to having these really bad sequel movies do well. Brittany wants a marathon. This movie is an Amazon movie, and no one is watching it. Of course, no one's watching it, because, it's one of the critic's favorite movies, and it's Once Upon a Time Hollywood. It's making much more hit than the Lion King remake. It made $329 million. This means it's one of Tarantino's highest grossing movies of all time. Second actually. And that's basically it about this movie. Next, and last but not least, is the Angry Birds movie 2. Angry Birds movie is out in many markets, but it is coming out in a few more markets in October. Japan, I think it's like Italy or some in a few European countries. So it's probably gonna make a $5 or $8 million, $10 million now. So it's gonna be like the Assassin's Creed movie, where it's gonna make back its money. Right or not, this is the last week going over. It's still doing well. Made $27 million. It's and of course, Spider-Man Far From Home watched a lot of theaters. These movies. Toy Story 4. Do not know why this was $1 billion. Moving on. Aladdin. It's the same thing. Midsummer, and that's basically it. It beat Hustlers at the box office. Goodbye.